Okay, we're here and what's everybody? Welcome. Make sure we're running live. So they're doing a press conference in about 15 minutes with regards to this woman that was missing, I think March 31st. The last time she was seen. Okay, yeah. 26-year-old went missing on March 31st after dropping off her kids at a daycare, sparking a frantic search for the beloved mom. And this is from, I believe, Minnesota, southern Minnesota. And they found human remains. And the father of two children is arrested on suspicion of murder, Adam Fravel. They found human remains on the side of the highway in Mabel using information generated during the Madeline Kingsbury investigation. So let me take a look. I'm going to show some clips. Welcome, guys. If you guys get the like button, I'd appreciate it. What's up? I was thinking of coming back later to discuss a little bit of aliens. I don't know. There's a couple of interesting clips that I saw online. 15 minutes from you, Big J Ski. Damn. There's a lot of craziness going on around the world. People just dying left and right, bodies popping up everywhere. All these weird, different stories. It's become so common now. All right, let me show this. I'm also going to keep an eye out on, they're going to stream it on the Facebook page. Which, that's an old clip.
Highway 43 in Mabel, where yesterday authorities found human remains in some brush along this highway. As far as a landmark or mile marker to really pinpoint where those remains were found, we do not have that information, but I can tell you because of this discovery, authorities arrested Adam Fravel, the dad of missing Winona mom Madeline Kingsbury's children. To give you an idea of where Mabel is from Winona, we are about an hour south. Later today, police will have a press conference. We do not know a specific time for that, but we will bring you developments on air and online at KALTV.com.
Another thing too. Let's just look at this. Thank you guys for stopping by, though. By the way, if you could hit like, I'd appreciate it. There's some like illegal aliens or green ones in a spaceship. We're talking green ones, man. Green ones. There was a big supposed sighting last night in Las Vegas, and there was also some whistleblowers that have come forward, so I figured we could take a look at that later to kind of chill. There's also free crack in New York, free crack vending machines in New York. I figured we could have one of those type of streams, like weird stories maybe later. Free crack. Body is found in hunt for missing Minnesota mom Madeline, 26 years old. Cops arrest father of her children on the murder charge following her disappearance 2 months ago. 2 months. They found the human remains on the side of the highway in Mabel, and they've arrested this guy. The Southern Minnesota Regional Medical Examiner's Office are working as quickly as possible to identify the remains. These are the kids here, I guess, or one of the kids. That's the home. Free crack, man. Gotta go to New York. I guess they say, I guess because of the fentanyl overdoses that's going on over there, that's happening a lot. I guess they decided maybe to prevent deaths, they're giving out free crack. I'm serious. I'm not making it up. Crack vending machines. They also have some hygienic stuff in there and things like that. I don't know like how they're restricting it or like I don't know how they're managing the crack machines. But it's kind of interesting, I guess. Not surprising for New York. So she went missing after dropping off the kids at the daycare. Last month, a special prosecutor, Phil, pulled out of retirement to investigate her disappearance. Kingsbury's sister confirmed to local news outlets. This investigator, who has been arguably one of the best in the business, has been assisting Winona County law enforcement, the sister said at the time. We don't have a ton of details as far as what specifically he's looking into, as the immediate concern is the custody trial. Ooh, they had a custody trial coming up. The retired investigator in 2019 from the Dakota County Law Enforcement Agency, his recruitment came as Kingsbury's family maneuvered a messy custody battle with Fravel. The children are currently staying with Kingsbury's father, and a custody hearing is scheduled in Winona County for June 6th. Oh, so this was posted, what's this article from? So they had a custody thing coming up. She's been missing for almost 2 months. Wow. In April, through the help of his attorney, Fravel released a statement proclaiming his innocence. He said at the time, over the course of the last 12 days, my family and I have been subject to a myriad of accusations regarding the disappearance of the mother of my children. Is that the attorney? Oh, no, it's, okay. Phil. Oh, shit. Megan Kingsbury said there's very little details about the whereabouts of her sister. Let me check the Facebook page real quick. Not yet. Let me check the news site, too. Let's see. Okay, nothing yet. I did not have anything to do with Maddie's disappearance. I want the mother of my 5-year-old and 2-year-old to be found and brought home safely. I want that more than anything. How many times we heard that bullshit? Bullshit. He went on to say that law enforcement had advised him not to attend press conferences or assist in searches due to safety concerns. However, my non-attendance and silence has been inferred by many as a sign of apathy or worse, he continued. That could not be further from the truth. I want Maddie home and for her to be able to be with our children. God bless the Kingsbury family and bring her home safely. Amazing. The Kingsbury family released a statement at the time saying, nothing in life prepares you for this. Nothing in life prepares you for this. The disappearance of our daughter and sister has been a waking nightmare with no respite. Damn. In the days and nights Madeline disappeared, the immediate family and extended family have collectively and individually been experiencing emotions and trials that someone who has never been suddenly thrust into a horrific situation could ever imagine. It's a picture of her. Fravel proclaimed his innocence in a statement through his attorney. Uh-oh. Jen, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. It was nice talking to you yesterday, too. Thank you so much. Somebody said, not free crack, it's free Narcan. No, they're saying free crack. Narcan does come in those vending machines as well, but I saw they even have pictures of it. Damn. They said those vending machines are empty in less than 24 hours. Wow. Woo. Here's a picture of it. What did I do? Safer smoking kit for vending. Contents: heavy stem, mouthpiece, pusher, 6 screens, chore filter, and lip balm. They even give you lip balm. Damn, 24 hours, this shit's empty. I wonder if they could give us the list of ingredients. They restocked the machine for the second time on Tuesday, but only with condoms, fentanyl testing kits, and Narcan. They didn't put the crack back in. That's amazing. To access the machine's contents, residents simply need to punch in their zip code. Then they'll have free access to strips, Narcan, condoms, tampons, nicotine gum, first aid kits, and the safer smoking kits. Oh, so it's not crack in there? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just the smoking kit. Officials hope to put syringes in the next one. All of the crack pipes had been taken. Also, there's crack pipes. Okay, there's a difference. I thought it was crack, man. That was exciting. Gone to were the condoms, COVID tests, people still doing, and nicotine gum. All that was left was fentanyl testing strips. You know what's so funny? One of the articles, this shit cracked me up. As this from the New York Post, it said giving out free crack pipes is government assisted suicide. I mean, I guess if it's just the pipe, what's the purpose of giving out the pipe though? Fentanyl testing kit. I mean, I'm down with the fentanyl testing kits. That's cool, I guess. People are just trying to get high. They're not trying to die. We need this. Somebody was out there doing their thing. Let me check the Facebook group. Get distracted by the crack pipes. Crack pipes. Here we go. Oh, they got this horrible setup. Let me pull up this other page then. Amazing. Amazing. Oh no, it's making me log in. Pimpin', we ain't logging into this bullshit. Bro, this shit, you know this shit ain't gonna work. I could flip it. Oh, hold on, let me see if this page got it up. Yeah.
It looks fine on here.
Yeah, pimpin', trippin'.
Oh, but if you look at the icons there, they're all facing this way.
Oh,
Okay, maybe we do it this way.
come on.
Yeah.
You could get disease from crack pipes?
I just want to make sure.
Like oral diseases, I guess?
This is an effort led by longtime Lower Town resident Ivy.
All right. Oh, there we go. They fixed it. Amazing. Good job.
Okay, good.
Now, I'm waiting to see if this news site gets it up. If they get it up, I'll get us like a horizontal view. Let me see if I can find it. No. Oh, thank you, MJ. Give out condoms, needles, pipes, keep infections down, and Narcan to stop ODs. That's true. Lily says they sold crack pipes in our corner stores with a rose and a scrubby thing. I have heard that they have those in those stores. I mean, I wonder if I've ever seen that in there. I don't know. I've heard of people saying that you can just find them in the store. Guess it's not good for their business now. Crack pipes. Organic crack pipes. Organic crack. Pipes aren't illegal until drugs are smoked in them. Okay. Can you get in trouble for having a crack pipe in your car, though? Would that be considered drug paraphernalia or no? Herpes? What's up, guys? Welcome. Hit the like button. You guys want to check out the aliens later? Should we do a stream on whatever aliens? I have so many family who have died from fentanyl. Organic crack. I mean, I'm all for testing kits. I think people should do if we're going to be doing something. I mean, I wouldn't say be doing crack, but if you're doing something, you should. If you can do it. I know a lot of people are maybe homeless and they can't, but you should get your stuff tested. Back in the day when I was taking the X, I used to have a testing kit you could order online to at least make sure you're getting at least. And a lot of the times, let me tell you, it was fake stuff. It wasn't like it was like It wasn't X. A lot of times it was like a bunch of other stuff. That doesn't mean just because you test it, you're safe per se. Because I mean, who knows? They could put a crazy amount in there, but at least you know you're getting what you're paying for taking. You know. So, and especially now with this fentanyl thing, you know, vegan crack. Oh man. Aliens. Oh, those aliens. Is my volume low? Testing. I feel like when I don't know, testing. I'm not directly talking in this bitch. Hey. I don't know. The Murdoch case. The 5-foot vigilante aliens. By the way, if you're going to CrimeCon, I still have to figure out some details. If you're going to be there and you're from the channel, shoot me an email at ikmail@gmail.com. I'm trying to see. I was thinking of starting like a Facebook Messenger group maybe. So everybody can be in one group. And so when the time comes, if we all want to meet up at some point, it's be easier to link up. Oh yeah, I used to. I caught like the very end of raving, like when it was kind of dead. I don't think it's the same anymore. But Lisa says, "I knew you were old school raver." Me too. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was a good time. For the most part, it was like a good time. Missing the trials, yeah, I know. Well, that Kohlberger stuff. I mean, if you haven't seen the video I did last night, check it out. I thought it was interesting as far as the gag order and like the press and live stream. The Kohlberger's team is trying to make it so they can't have cameras and they can't live stream the trial, which will be a big hit for us because you know, I wanted to see it. A lot of people wanted to see it. I feel like that judge might lean. I think the judge is going to lean towards not having cameras or some sort of I don't know, because with Lori Vallow, they referenced Lori Vallow's trial multiple times, and they didn't have cameras there until I think, like, was it Verdict Watch or something? I think, and the judge, the last time I saw that live, the last hearing or whatever that they had, he was kind of pissy and having like a little attitude. He was kind of, I guess he was upset about the way the media went about it. I guess because the media was referencing the Constitution, but he was trying to say constitutionally, Kohlberger has rights as well to a fair trial. So there's like this kind of back and forth, but I feel like he's leaning more towards not streaming it. Oh, Miranda, thank you for reminding me. I want to see a witch eating deer deal. Thank you for reminding me about that. We should do a stream later. A weirdo stream. Which I completely forgot about that. Witch eating deer. They caught it on camera, right? Yeah, I'm gonna set up a stream for later. Yes. We got aliens. I guess the crack story isn't that interesting anymore. Melissa, thank you for reminding me. Taylor Show Business starts July 21st. What about that one? Yeah, I like that idea. If they're gonna stream it. I'm copying your message. I typed in Taylor Show Business, but I didn't. I thought I did and I didn't. I'm copying your message and I'm adding it to my notes. July 21st. Maybe we can do that. We're definitely gonna have to do something before Kohlberger. The boat trials in August. June 27th is the evidentiary hearing for Kohlberger, if they have cameras. We'll figure something out. Lip balm. Crack package. I guess it dries your lips and stuff. We can still touch on the crack story. Crack story is a public service. Be safe. I'm here for you if you need help. I mean, it's like an epidemic, right? This fentanyl overdose stuff. I guess that they're trying something, I guess. I thought they were giving out free crack. That's why I was like, oh shit. Pipes, okay. I mean, I like the whole, as far as Narcan, I like that being more readily available. That's life-saving. They tend to have white lips, really? What does it do? Does it like, does it dehydrate you? Is that why it does that? Yeah, that's true. That machine would have been broken into, right? Blue says free crack would cause a riot. So this guy, I mean, there's a video I was gonna play before this thing started, but I don't know if we should wait to play it. I don't know how much longer they're gonna be. It's like a 5-minute video. Somebody's speaking about his mother. Sarah Boone defense is struggling to find expert to testify. Really? I was wondering what's going on with that. It's been pushed back so many times. Is it expensive, Brianna? She said I get offered Narcan kits every time I fill my pain meds, but insurance won't cover it. Oh, that's pretty dope. CSI crowdsourced illumination says I keep Narcan in my car. I'm a nurse, so I have it in case. Canada's handing out heroin and cocaine to addicts with pipes and needles. Wow. Anyone can obtain them, just have to ask for it. There's other countries that do that, right? Isn't there other countries that actually hand out the drugs? Or you go into a clinic or something? Oh, here they are. Let's see if we got a full screen. Start.
Thank you all so much for being here today. I'm Bonnie Bowman. I'm a public information officer for the
Bump it up.
Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. We have been assisting the Winona Police Department in investigating this case. Today you'll hear from Winona Police Chief Tom Williams, Fillmore County Sheriff John DeGeorge, and BCA Special Agent in Charge Michelle Fresconi. We will have time for questions after they give their prepared remarks. However, I do want to let you know that as of today,
Winona
we will
Police
not be
Chief
able
Tom
to comment
Williams,
on
Fillmore County Sheriff John DeGeorge, and BCA Special Agent in Charge
Fix the
Michelle
volume.
Fresconi. We will have time for questions after they give their prepared remarks. However, I do want to let you know that as of today, we will not be able to comment on any charges or charging decisions. That is something we'll be able to discuss at a later date, but that is not something we will comment on today. I appreciate you respecting that and also respecting the family as we continue moving through this process. At this time, I'm going to invite up Chief Williams.
The volume's really bad. I bumped it up as much as I could. I mean,
Good afternoon. I'm Winona Police Chief Tom Williams. We are here today to announce that human remains were found yesterday in Fillmore County. This morning, the Southern Minnesota Regional Medical Examiner's Office performed an autopsy. Law enforcement has confirmed the remains are those of Madeline Kingsbury. Unfortunately, while this discovery is not what we were hoping for, we are thankful to be able to bring Maddie home to her family. Her body was found by a Fillmore County investigator on a remote stretch of road off Highway 43 north of Mabel at approximately 1:30 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Digital evidence collected by investigators led us to this area. It should be noted that the location of Maddie's body was off a low-maintenance public roadway and was not property owned by the Fravel family or any of their relatives. The area had been previously searched, but Maddie's body was covered and concealed in such a manner that she was not visible. To say the least, the last 69 days have been frustrating, full of heartache and pain for the family, law enforcement, and the community. But during this time, the family never gave up. Law enforcement never gave up. The community never gave up. We want to recognize that the support from volunteers, public safety professionals, and all the media outlets were instrumental in keeping the blue light shining in order to bring Maddie home. We have said that we will hold anyone involved in Madeline's disappearance accountable, and we are here to tell you that we will hold steadfast on that commitment. We are asking everyone to respect the family's privacy and allow them the time to grieve and mourn the loss of Maddie.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John DeGeorge. I'm the Fillmore County Sheriff. On behalf of the Fillmore County Sheriff's Office, we offer our deepest condolences to the family of Madeline Kingsbury. As Chief Williams stated, this is not the outcome we had hoped for, but we are grateful to help bring the search for Madeline to a close. After the conclusion of the large-scale searches led by law enforcement, Fillmore County Sheriff's Office investigators and deputies have continued to search specific areas and follow up on investigative leads on a daily basis. Hundreds of tips have come in to our team from many different sources, and each one of them was thoroughly explored. We are thankful for the partnership and the professionalism of the Winona Police Department, the Winona County Sheriff's Office, the Minnesota BCA, and all of the other supporting agencies. I am proud of our team of investigators and deputies who have kept focus and stayed committed and determined throughout this investigation. Our focus now is to continue to assist the Winona Police Department with every resource available to us to ensure that an accurate and complete investigation is prepared. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Frasconi. I'm the Special Agent in charge at the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. We want to express our gratitude for the incredible partnership that has been allowed by this team to successfully find Maddie. The Winona Police Department invited the BCA to help with this case from day one. And since that, every homicide agent throughout the state has helped investigate this case. We want to also acknowledge that the forensic scientists and the analysts who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes through mountains of evidence to generate leads. We are grateful for the more than 450 tips that have been sent to us. Law enforcement had evaluated each one of them and followed up in as many leads as possible. It's this kind of collaborative effort that brought us
TikTok. I was trying to find a TikTok.
Thank you.
And that concludes our prepared remarks. I'd like to open it up for questions.
Would there have been enough evidence to arrest Adam Frabel if Maddie's body had not been found?
Unfortunately, I can't comment to that aspect. That would be a charging decision by the prosecution.
Where was Adam arrested, and was he arrested without incident?
Adam was arrested at a residence in Mabel, and yes, he was arrested without incident.
What led to Adam's arrest? Why was he arrested in this case?
It was a probable cause arrest that we felt that we had enough evidence to make a probable cause referral.
Can you tell us any more about that?
Not at this time.
Do you believe that Maddie's body was in the same place this entire time, or had it potentially been moved at some point?
I can't comment on that.
Do you have a preliminary cause of death?
Not at this time. That was one of the reasons for the delay.
Are there any other questions?
Can you tell us more about the digital evidence that led you there?
We actually, to be specific on the digital evidence, no, we've had mountains of digital evidence that's related to phone data as well as computer data.
Do you think the crime occurred
I can't comment on that. That'll be a charging decision by the prosecution.
And why second-degree murder and not first-degree murder?
Again, I can't comment on charging decisions. As Bonnie had stated early on, we will not comment on any charging decisions.
Do you believe anybody has helped Adam Frabel?
Still under investigation, and I'm not willing to comment on that.
Can you describe what concealed and covered means?
She was in a wooded area off of a gravel road. That's all I'm prepared to say.
You said that there was a delay in cause and manner of death. Are they able to determine that?
Again, I can't comment on that. That would have to come from the medical examiner's office.
You said Maddie's body was found in a public area, but you maybe mentioned that it was not found on any land owned by Frabel or his relatives. How close is Frabel's property or Frabel's relatives' property to where Maddie was found?
The Frabel property is within the same area of Fillmore County. I would say within several minutes of where this is, and I think that's about as specific as we want to get.
And can you just reiterate how the body was found yesterday afternoon?
An investigator was following up on a tip related to electronic evidence, and checked the area and located Madeline's body.
Could you describe the previous searches that had taken place there, how thoroughly that area had been looked at?
Specifically, I can't tell you how thoroughly that area has been looked at. What I can tell you is that we have searched with volunteer teams and with law enforcement in that general area, as well as most of the rest of that part of the county. But as indicated earlier, there were efforts made to conceal the location of the body, and it was not visible from the roadway.
Was it something that you could walk right by this and not see it if there had been searchers there? Was it something that required very close inspection?
I don't think that we're prepared to comment on that right now.
Sheriff, we've talked to some of you out there about the emotional toll this has been on all of law enforcement. Would you talk about that moment yesterday around 1:30 when your deputy called in what they had discovered? What was that moment like for all of you out there?
Well, our focus always remains on the job at hand. So our focus is always going to be, and was in that case, what do we need to do next? We certainly recognize that this is emotional, and it is for us as well as everyone else, but priority number one is we've got a job to do and maintain professionalism.
You mentioned that the remains were found at 1:30. What time was Adam Frabel arrested?
I think he was arrested, I would say, later in the afternoon. I don't know that off the top of my head. Sorry, Chief?
5:20.
5:20.
By police officers or sheriffs?
Sheriff's deputies.
What was his demeanor like when you took him into custody?
I don't think we're prepared to comment on that right now. It went without incident.
Was the deputy alone, or was this part of any kind of group?
No, the deputy was not alone.
Who was he with?
He was with other deputies.
How many?
Just to clarify, do you mean during the arrest or during the search?
I'm sorry, during the search.
During the search, during the search, the investigator that found Maddie was by himself.
A few weeks ago, a special prosecutor was brought in to kind of help with this case. What's his role going to be moving forward?
Again, the response on that is relating to anything with the prosecution is that we are not prepared to comment on that at this time.
And how has this case affected law enforcement with such high emotions in town?
As Sheriff DeGeorge said, it's taken a lot of effort by everybody, and not just law enforcement, but volunteers as well. We know what the task at hand is. We know that we have a job to do. Everybody stepped up, and we did what we were required to do, and we will continue to do that through the trial stage of this as well.
Was this the biggest mass search in most of your all's careers? Can you kind of just comment on the scope of the last couple months here?
In my career, I do not recall a search of this magnitude. We had probably in excess of 2,000 searchers after the initial weekend where the volunteers came out, which was coordinated by Winona County Emergency Management Director Ben Klinger in coordination with other emergency management directors. But in my 36 years in law enforcement, this has been one of the largest searches that I've ever been a part of.
I know you received a lot of tips Were there tips that ultimately were helpful in finding what you needed to find?
I can't comment on that at this stage.
And what is next in this case?
We have to continue to follow up on all of the evidence that we have collected to date, as well as evidence that was collected yesterday. And we still have to review all witness statements and wait for the results from the medical examiner's office to see if there's any further follow-up from that office as well.
So what happens with Madeline's 2 children? Who gains custody of?
That would be a child protection Winona County venue, and I'm not prepared to speak to that.
Is the delay with the medical examiner also leading to the delay in the charging decision? Or does that fall under charging?
That falls under charging.
Has Frankel talked with law enforcement or anything?
I'm not prepared to speak to that. It's still an active and ongoing investigation.
We have time for a couple more.
I know there are a lot of long hours and many, many agencies helping with this to date. Does that change at all going forward?
We still are dedicated, as Sheriff DeGeorge mentioned, all agencies are dedicated to continue to do what it needs to do to bring this to a successful conclusion.
One more?
Will the benefit being held for Maddie still continue this weekend?
That's the family says
Yes.
yes.
Oh, the family says
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Also, just to clarify, the reason we are not prepared to comment on charging decisions is not in an effort to conceal anything. It's because our primary focus is to protect this case and protect the prosecution. And so that is the reason we are not prepared today to speak on any charging decisions or any information related to that. I just wanted to be clear as to our motivations for not sharing any of that information. Thank you again all for being here today. We appreciate your continued coverage and support as we work through this case. Everyone behind me, BCA, the local police, and the local county sheriffs are all here to the end of this case. Thank you.
Okay. Let me I want to pull up some other stuff. They're not really revealing much of anything. They did confirm that this is her body. Hey Terry, happy birthday to you. Hope you're doing well.
So that again was the Winona Police Department, the Fillmore County Sheriff's Office, the BCA, as well as other authorities there. No comments on charging decisions yet, but again, those will come. They're still waiting on results from the Southeast Minnesota Regional Medical Examiner's Office. So KTDC will be following up with that as well as with the Winona County Attorney and other prosecutors in this case to bring you the latest. When those charges are filed, what charges are filed against whom, as this investigation remains open. But again, they did confirm Madeline's body was found in a wooded brush area along Highway 43, and I believe they said there was an attempt to conceal the body. So, but that was about all that they were going to say. Again, we will be following up with this, and we'll continue to report on when developments happen as they happen in this case. Again, Madeline Kingsbury's body found along Highway 43. So after a little more than 2 months, her body located north of Mabel. And from here, the investigation continues. As you heard the Winona Police Chief Tom Williams say that they need to read through witness statements and continue to corroborate evidence and different things of that nature as this investigation moves forward. So we're going to have much more on this. We're going to have team coverage. Our Darian Letty and Olivia Pronzinski will be covering this today. They'll be both live at 5 and 6 tonight, so make sure you tune into that to bring you all the latest as this investigation continues to move forward. Okay. Now that Madeline Kingsbury is...
All right, and I just saw another really interesting story I think we could cover on a different live. I don't want to wait too long to cover that, but let's see. As far as this case, so let me see here. Ex-boyfriend, father of 2 children, was arrested. Second-degree murder. There was a little more information. Apparently, the sister has a TikTok. That's what I was trying to find. But so she went missing March 31st after she and Fravel dropped their children off at the daycare that morning. Oh, I didn't know they dropped them off together. Police said Kingsbury failed to show up for work at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, and she did not pick up her children from daycare later that day, nor did she make any arrangements for their care. According to police statements from earlier in the investigation, Fravel told investigators he left the home in Kingsbury's van around 10 a.m. that day and returned later to find she was no longer home. Police revealed a van similar to Kingsbury's was seen on cameras driving on County Road 12 and then southbound on Highway 43 through the eastern part of Fillmore County that morning. Investigators searched the van and her home, where they found Kingsbury's phone, wallet, ID, and jacket she had been wearing that morning of her disappearance. They found all her shit there. Almost 2 weeks after the 26-year-old went missing, Fravel issued a public statement through his attorney, in which he claimed no involvement in the disappearance, which we just read this. That he's being accused. How dare you accuse him? In early April, Winona County took custody of Kingsbury's 2 children. Fravel, who per his LinkedIn works as a software engineer, had no custodial rights to the children, and county workers found the children with Fravel at a family member's home. Maybe this was his plan to get custody of the kids, and since they had a court custody battle coming up, Fravel and his family didn't allow social workers to access the children. At one point, Fravel took the youngest child inside and locked the door while shouting explicitives, according to the petition. The children were taken after Fravel called his attorney, and he and his family relented, according to the court documents. On Monday, Fravel agreed to temporary custody agreement that keeps the children with Kingsbury's parents. The agreement states that the children, ages 5 and 2, will stay with their grandparents for now, while Fravel files a formal custody petition that will send the case to family court. So good luck with that. That's just not happening now. Not going to get custody of those kids. The Kingsbury family will also file for custody according to court documents. As part of the agreement, Winona County will drop its petition for protection against Fravel. This was a previous article, so this is breaking news now with this guy being arrested. It's not clear how Fravel's arrest will impact custody proceedings. So there's no way in hell this guy's getting custody of the kids. The other thing...
jacket she was wearing when she dropped those kids off at the daycare, but Maddie's phone and her wallet and her ID and the jacket she was wearing when she dropped those kids off at the daycare, those were all inside the home. Police said Maddie did not disappear on her own. They said it is suspicious and it is involuntary. This happened 10 days ago in Winona, Minnesota. She's just 26 years old, and she has 2 little kids, aged 2 and 5. Last person to see her was the dad. The dad told police that he borrowed her dark minivan, and when he came back, she was gone. It is all a mystery, and more than 2,600 people have been searching for Maddie everywhere. They've tried everything. Dive teams, police ATVs, 120,000 acres, 2 massive searches. Joining me now is Maddie Kingsbury's mom, Krista Neighbor. Krista, is there any update that you can give us on the search for your daughter?
You know, at this time, the police have expanded the search area to Houston County to continue the search for Madeline. You know, we just continue to be at it every day, searching, hoping for tips and clues via Crime Stoppers or local PD for any information.
And I'm going to put that number up on the screen, Krista, so that anybody who's watching who might know something can call in a tip, because Lord knows more eyeballs, that definitely helps. It's right there on the screen.
Absolutely.
It's 507-457-6302. We'll leave that up there. I also
Thank
just
you.
wanted to ask you if there was anything unusual going on in Maddie's life, anything that you can think of that was just out of the ordinary before she disappeared 10 days ago.
You know, Madeline was just a hard at work mom. She took care of her 2 babies. She had started graduate school in January. Things were really finally looking up for her. And it was her goal just to continue to improve her life and the life for her kiddos.
And the kiddos, where are they tonight?
You know, the kids are safe and doing well at this time. And that's, we're very thankful for that.
So obviously in any story like this, the very first person that police go to, and certainly the suspicions go to, would be the last person to have seen Madeline, and that was the father of the kids. Can you describe what their relationship was like, or whether he's being considered a suspect or a person of interest at this time?
You know, we're hopeful that the evidence and things that they're collecting are going to lead us in the right direction as to who's responsible. You know, the investigation is ongoing, so I really can't speak to anything in that nature.
Understand. Was she dating anybody else that you know of?
You know, I really can't go into that at this time, just due to the ongoing nature of investigation. And I know that the police department and the surrounding communities are working very hard at helping pull together everything possible in order to find Madeline.
Krista, I'm just going to read that tip line again. It's 507-457-6302. I'll also remind our viewers that there is a $50,000 reward for information leading to Madeline's discovery. One quick last question, Krista, and that is the minivan. She had this dark blue minivan, and it was seen driving along a county road nearby between 10:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Was anyone able to see who was driving it? Is there any clue that minivan might yield?
You know, so far there's a lot of evidence and information we just don't have yet in terms of pointing to anything or anyone specific. We just remain very hopeful each day that we get closer to finding the missing answers and to bring our daughter home.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye out. These people, I guess, are willing to do crazy shit over, I mean, I guess it's not surprising, custody. Let's see the TikTok. Oh yeah, I actually found the page now. Let's see here.
My sister Madeline, who's been missing since March 31st of this year from Winona, her ex, Adam Freeble, has officially been arrested. Finally, he's been arrested. He is at Winona County Jail right now. And I'm not ready to say a lot right now. We're kind of waiting on some more information right now. But yes, I can confirm he has been arrested. More details to come. The whirlwind is just starting all over again. This is definitely a silver lining. We're glad that he's in custody and he's not walking around as a free man anymore. So more to come. My sister Madeline, who's been missing since March 31st of this year from Winona. My sister Madeline, who's been missing since March 31st of this year from Winona.
So annoying, sorry.
My sister Madeline, who's from Winona. Her ex, Adam Fravel, has officially been arrested. Finally, he's been arrested. He is at Winona County Jail right now. And I'm not ready to say a lot right now. We're kind of waiting on some more information right now. But yes, I can confirm he has been arrested. More details to come. The whirlwind is just starting all over again. This is definitely a silver lining. We're glad that he's in custody and he's not walking around as a free man anymore. So, more to come. My sister Madeline, who's been missing since... Hey TikTok. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I don't have an update, really. Maddie's still missing. I think it's day 68, 69. I was just watching a TikTok that had the segment from Good Morning America from like a week after she disappeared. And, you know, there were clips of interviews with me, clips from the press conference, clips from the massive searches where like thousands of people came. And that seems like forever ago. And you can see like in my face back then and hear in my voice just how like desperate and frantic I was. And I still am. And it just brought a lot of feelings back just seeing that. I don't know what else to do for her. I don't know what else to do. You know, without stating the obvious, I mean, it's anyone can connect the dots here as to what happened. We just have to wait. And it sucks, to say the least. It's been a really hard week. You know, Maddie's birthday was on the 1st. Wow. And since then, I've been obsessing. I've been isolating myself. I've been just like racking my brain. Like, what else can we do? Where else can they look for her? And now, like, you know, the custody stuff that's happening with the kids is scary because if they went back with their dad, we would never see them again.
This guy, and it probably was their number one suspect, but they're, you know, maybe they don't want him. Excuse me. Oh God, did you hear that? They probably don't want him to run or like whatever, and so, you know, they handled this the right way. But for sure, this guy would be the number one suspect in my mind. And I guess he was catching heat. Maybe social media was, because he had the father had made that statement talking about, oh, you're accusing me and all these myriad or whatever. And he made a statement through his attorney. Social media must have been putting on heat. For sure, this guy was probably the first person police looked at. They just needed to find the location. Madeline.
So please continue to spread the word about my sister Madeline. You know, she's still missing. She's been missing since March 31st from Winona, Minnesota. And as a reminder, there's a reward of $50,000 if you have information that leads to her whereabouts. Unfortunately, money's a motivator for people in this kind of situation, but
So that's her TikTok. Oh, this is kind of sad though. She did the birthday too. What kind of music is this? Happy birthday, Maddie.
TikTok. I just got off of doing a quick live just for an update, but I figured I'd post a check-in here for those who missed the live. So the pretrial today went well. I wasn't able to be there in person, but essentially right now the children will remain where they're at, and it's been made public now. So I'm fine saying with whom. They're with my dad and my stepmom. So I'm able to see them whenever. So that's great. Winona County still technically has custody. But that'll be kind of, we'll see how that goes moving forward. The actual trial is in a couple of weeks. I'm not sure if it'll be open to the public.
Thank you, Cassie, for the membership. Thank you for gifting the membership. Amazing.
And the press. I'm sure that I will be there for those. But so yeah, as of right now, nothing is changing as far as where the kids will be at. That's the outcome that we wanted. So we're pleased with that, and we're hoping that any future court proceedings kind of pan out in the same way. As far as any updates on my missing sister Madeline, it still remains the same. Searching it's still ongoing. I believe if there's something you wanted to do to help and you're not around, there is a GoFundMe.
So yeah, she's been at this, looks like, the entire time. All right. So yeah, really unfortunate news. It's kind of scary these days, man. Like, you know, whether you're with somebody, you have kids with them, and then the after effects, or even dating and all this kind of stuff. Everything's just kind of crazy out there, you know. So the plans for today, I'm thinking, because I found another really kind of interesting, crazy story, and it looks like it's kind of easy enough to do all in one article, really. So I'm gonna take a little break for about an hour or so, get something to eat. I think we come back into this crazy story, and then later we'll do the alien stuff. I'm thinking maybe we can do 3 in one day. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, thinking. Yeah, this was kind of crazy and messed up. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little break. Then when I come back, I'll make a nice little thumbnail for the next one, and then maybe later tonight we can do the The alien stuff. The alien stuff will be kind of more fun and relaxed. Won't be talking about death and blah blah blah. I don't think. You know, I mean, I say blah blah blah, but you know, blah 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 meaning all the horrible things that we normally talk about. Oh, I saw a message from Gypsy I wanted to read. Erica, memberships are like when they gift memberships, it's completely random. You just have to make sure you have it enabled. But it's YouTube like randomizes and picks somebody. Gypsy, thank you for the message here. It says we just went through all our pictures. All our pictures. Of my missing and murdered cousin. I turned in my victim impact statement for sentencing last night. They found that person guilty, right? Yeah, we'll talk about, yes, we're gonna get that, Kelly. The gross witch thing, yes, yeah. I'm gonna do this crazy story first in a little bit, which should probably not take more than an hour, I think, maybe less. And then tonight I'll set up some stuff, some of the crazy stories. If you want to email me some weird crazy story, you can send it. Something that's not gonna like take us though, like an hour to go through though. You know what I mean? Something that I can cover multiple topics with. Maybe we can do that tonight. I mean, there's always Friday night, but I feel like this alien thing we need to cover now. I don't want to wait too long. I should have really did it last night, but it was kind of late when I thought about coming on. So, okay, good. Gypsy. All right, so yeah, I'll be back later, man. Thank you guys for joining me. Please hit the like button, subscribe. I do have my little list that I'm working out for upcoming trials. Oh, by the way, no. Tomorrow is a big day again. I need to figure out where this stuff is going to be live streamed. See, 10:30 a.m., 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. 1:30 p.m. will be on. I'm going to schedule a stream tonight. 11:30, 12:30, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And then the other one is 2:30, 3:30, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. So we have 2 streams tomorrow with the Brian Kohlberger stuff. So tomorrow we're already... Shit. I think that means I got to be careful what I do today. Because if I use up all my notifications now, I'm not going to have shit for tomorrow. Uh-oh. What am I going to do? I don't know that. I'm going to have to think about what we do. It won't be live streaming? How do you know? Can you tell me where they said that? The burger. Runborn. Let me see. Yeah, I haven't seen anywhere that they're saying it's not going to be streamed. The other previous hearings have been streamed, I believe, so I'm not sure why they wouldn't. I was waiting for JD Wells to say where they got that from. But all right, so I don't know. I'm gonna think about what we do. We have notifications for now. I have to think about because I definitely want to cover tomorrow, and I want to have notifications for tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll have to use 2. So shit, I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted. All right, take care. Like button.